going out for a drumline or something?
Let's see if these ones will connect. I think I used them before. I don't have a camera.
What do you got going on in there? It sounds like you're...
Me?
Yeah. It sounds like you got a fan blowing right on the computer.
Oh, the AC maybe?
Are you still trying to connect the Bluetooth headset?
Yeah.
So if
Let me back out and try it again. Is it sound bad or what?
It's just background noise. So if you go to the top right of the screen, click the button, go to Bluetooth, and then did you find the Bluetooth settings to where you can try to find it?
Yeah, it's just not popping up as an option. Like it's not seeing them. I don't have like plug-in headphones. Only wireless.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's up, Perry and Real Rigs?
It doesn't even want to turn Bluetooth on anymore.
On what? On the computer?
Well, it's on, but on the screen it says Bluetooth off.
Okay, do me a favor. Hit the Windows button, the little 4 squares in the bottom left corner.
Yep.
Type the word blue. And then
BLOO.
And BLEW. and then click Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And then on the top right, there's a little slide. Is that on?
Yeah. But on the screen it says Bluetooth turned off.
Okay, well, maybe that computer doesn't have Bluetooth. I have no idea.
Why would it say on or off?
If it didn't have it,
I don't know. I'll have to mess with it later. Play with it. I never set up Bluetooth on that computer.
Well, then I don't have it.
Okay.
Do I have to yell?
No, you're good. It's just
No,
that your volume is fine. It's just quite a bit of background noise off that microphone. That's all. It'll be fine.
Ah.
It'll be fine. Nobody cares. It's fine. I'll clean it up in post.
That's right.
and by clean up, he just means post, like just upload it. Yeah, straight
to the
straight raw dog.
Yeah. Raw Dog McGraw.
Raw Dog McGraw. Oh, Rob is gonna. He said he's tapping out soon to watch Jungle Book or Jungle Cruise. Let me know how that goes. I'm interested in that movie. I like the Rock.
He has charisma for sure.
And he's sexy as shit.
Yeah, he's all natural, bro.
I know.
Dude, look.
What's up, Adam?
I could take the steroid cocktail he does every day, and I still would look like that. You still gotta put in the work, dude. Which I am not gonna put in the work, or maybe I am. You know,
I'm gonna go to work. Can I just take that cocktail and then just go to work like normal? Is that how it works?
I don't know if it's gonna. Like, if you just did all the steroids, like, I don't think it would feel good if you didn't work out.
I wouldn't know.
I think you'd want to like rip people's heads off. You have to work out to keep the steroids from making you go crazy.
Burn off the anger.
Yeah.
All right. So we have no agenda, obviously.
Is this even an off-road show anymore?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, don't you have to go off-roading to be an off-road show?
I don't know. All right, we are live. You guys ready to do this madness?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Gets me every time, dude. Every time you count down.
Motherfucker.
I thought that was a big enough break.
Motherfucker, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
All right, now that we're
Is that a big enough
yes,
break
that was
now?
a big enough break. Jose's what was it? What were you trying to say?
I would say every time you count down, it still gets me like that. Wayne's World.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. No, it is a little after 6:30 on a Tuesday night because someone sitting at the table decided they had something better to do on Monday nights, and we had to switch things up and start doing Tuesday. I mean,
you can call me out. It's okay.
I don't. Jose asked when we sat down, "Is the Tuesday schedule messing us up?" Look, I work 7 days a week.
Yeah,
So-
there's no days off for you. So I mean,
I have my first Friday, my second Friday, my first Monday, my second Monday. None of it matters anymore. So I honestly don't. I didn't notice the difference in whether or not we recorded on Monday or Tuesday.
I asked the guys. I'm like, is this Tuesday thing throwing up? Is Tuesday today?
What's today? What's today?
Exactly.
We have Casey joining us tonight. Just hopefully somebody had some content to talk about. What's up, dude?
What's up?
He's
Well, we do have some content.
we do. I want to talk about a couple other things first. So we'll jump right into that. So this is something, Matt, you brought up, I think, a long time ago in your notes of content to discuss. This was
Wow.
This was a while ago when you actually gave a shit and made notes.
So
what are we, 2018?
Do you remember just a few weeks ago where I had a list of trails and ratings and stuff? Yeah, we just
Dude,
did
that was like 6 months ago.
I know, but it's
Was
still
it? No
Yes.
way.
Yes.
Bullshit.
It was a while
It
ago.
was like 2 months ago.
It
Hey.
was.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
But it still happened, and I deserve.
Yeah, we gave
credit
all the
for
trails
that.
5s, right?
Yeah, we loved them all. We loved them all.
No bad
Five.
trails. Let's go.
Pilot Rock 5.
Yeah,
B Canyon
They're all
5.
5. Yeah, they're good.
But why is this a 5? You know, because there was some rocks and the terrain and
you're
the
outside.
scenery. And then why was this one a 5? Because there was some rocks and the scenery and the dirt. So go on. You're talking.
So
you're going
anyways,
to give me some more credit.
I remember you bringing this up a while ago, and we had a conversation about how car brands, vehicle brands, even though there's 54 of them, they're only owned by 14 different companies.
Yeah.
And we had talked about having a conversation about how they've changed hands over time, but I don't have all of that. But I do have, I have a chart here that has 14 car companies that control 54 different brands total.
Can we put it on the big screen, or is that not possible?
We probably could, but I'd have to find it again. It's on my here. Let me see. Let's just.
I don't want to blow your.
Well, they're all.
I don't want to blow what you got going on. You know, we had some momentum there.
I mean, they're all like they're becoming conglomerates now, like just
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, but
big-
everything's a conglomerate now.
No, I meant like
Yeah.
they're just big. Like they're all merging together and
Yeah.
becoming like 5 superpowers.
Okay.
So here it is.
Yeah,
Oh, there
see,
you go.
So if we're looking at this, starting from the top, the 12 o'clock position, FCA,
Yes.
Fiat Chrysler America owns Fiat, Maserati. What's this one here?
Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo, Lancia. They own the Chrysler brand, which owns Ram, Dodge, and Jeep. Remember
Okay.
and remember not long ago, Mercedes-Benz owned Ram,
Daimler
Dodge,
Chrysler,
Daimler
yeah.
Chrysler, yeah.
Yeah.
So FCA, which didn't SCA now they're Stellaris or
There's Stellantis. or something.
Stellantis,
SCA, rest in peace, Beastie Boys.
MCA.
Oh, yeah, that's
MCA.
right. I should have known that.
And was it MCA?
It was MCA.
That passed away?
Yes.
All right. Infinity, Nissan. Nissan owns Infinity, Datsun, and Nissan. So Bob Datsun is still putting
Bob
out
Datsun.
products.
Where can I get a Bob Dotson vehicle?
I don't know. Bobalina.
Mr. Dabalina, Mr.
Dabalina.
Bob Dabalina.
Bob Datsun still making products out in probably on the east.
Probably like in Africa or
They're
something.
like
or
I think they're like a third world brand.
I think they make. Don't they make like,
or like
trucks?
industrial.
Yeah,
stuff.
industrial trucks and stuff.
Okay.
Honda keeps it simple. They have Honda and Acura, which I mean that's been the same.
But you could buy a Honda lawnmower, dirt bike.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You know, that Honda, they lend that tag to everything.
Generator,
Well, they're like the biggest motor
Pencil
company.
sharpeners.
They're like they make
It's like the nicest pencil sharpener you could get, though.
they make planes.
Do they really?
They have a Honda like jetliner, like a private jet.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll believe it. It's coming from you. I believe it, Jose.
Thank you.
So PSA, I don't know who that is.
Public service announcement.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But they own is it PS Automobiles, Peugeot, and Citroën. So Peugeot and Citroën are big in Europe. I know that. I've never seen this other one.
They have like a right angle, like a square on their symbol. If I saw that symbol on the side of a truck, I'd be like, "That's a construction company. Those guys are building some shit."
And then, so the BMW group owns BMW and Mini.
A Rolls Royce.
Oh, and Rolls Royce. Yep, you're right. Rolls Royce. Geely, Geely. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Geely. So they own the London Taxi Company, Volvo, and Geely. I've never heard that.
Jennifer Lopez drives a Geely or Geely. No.
That's a stretch, dude. That was not even. That was. You're trying to go J-Lo and Geely. No, you get zero credit for that, dude.
I wouldn't even want credit for that.
No. Oh, dude, that's what was the one I said a couple weeks ago that was bad.
Let's
This
not go
was
back.
worse.
Let's
This is
not go
worse.
back. Never look back.
Oh, this is worse. Okay. Volkswagen Group owns Lamborghini, Volkswagen, Porsche, Bentley, Bugatti, Skoda, Cert, and Audi. I just want it to be known that the company that makes the Bug is the same company that makes all of those other products.
Yeah. And isn't Skoda like vodka?
I don't know.
Skoda vodka.
Is it? I have no idea. I don't. I mean, when Lamborghini, Porsche, I think Volkswagen, Porsche, I knew about. I did not know they owned Bentley.
Yeah.
You need to
Audi, I knew
scroll
about.
down. I can't
Oh,
see. There we go. Yeah, Audi. I knew that stuff.
Volkswagen, Audi. I knew like when they had the whole carb violation thing. That Audi and Volkswagen were both tied into that.
Whatever happened with that, Like they straight
they paid
cheated
billions.
the system. Did they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hope so.
Billions.
They had
I hope so.
They paid out billions. They had to pay owners, and then they had to buy back.
They had to buy back
a certain year.
Yeah.
Within a certain year vehicle, they had to buy back the vehicles.
Plus interest, I hope.
It was some kind of ridiculous amount. I remember like seeing a post where someone got
They
basically
got like 10 grand or something, like
Yeah.
for like a car that was worth like nothing. At this moment.
above and beyond. Yeah. So Hyundai owns Kia and
That's
Hyundai.
what Cody's hoping is they'll buy back his Ranger for $150.
Hey, Volkswagen.
I'll take it.
Remember when you were buying cars? You want mine back?
Uh,
So Hyundai owns Kia and Hyundai. I think that we all knew. The Hyundai Telluride and the Kia Palisade is the same vehicle.
It's the same truck.
I
Right?
wasn't sure I knew that, but okay.
yeah.
I
same.
thought Kia was separate.
Is one a luxury brand and one's kind of like Honda and Acura? you know?
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think Hyundai is the blue collar and Kia is becoming more of the elevated
yeah.
vehicle.
I'm more of the Honda.
Right? Have
Is it,
you
though?
seen the Kia Stinger?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
Super nice.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
pretty cool.
luxury hatchback sedan.
No, it's like a sports car.
Yeah. But it's like they're nice.
What'd you say, Case?
I said, is it though?
It is. It is super.
Becoming the
nice.
luxury.
It is.
Once you
the
once you
luxury brand.
hit, you'll see. Once you turn 40, you start looking at like cars you would never look at before, and go, I think I could see myself and my
yeah.
family
Yeah,
riding
well,
in that.
it's more about comfort at
No,
this point.
here's the only
About,
thing. My buddy at work has the Tesla.
It looks like you don't have to fight like the gas cover cap or anything. Like I kind of like that.
No,
I like how.
here's what
it's
I'm
dumb
learning. So my buddy at work has the Tesla, which sits really low. Any vehicle I have to step down into or down or up out of, I'm done.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, like I can't do it. I hate
No.
getting out of his car.
No, thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
I'll never sit in a Tesla. You can't make me.
GM owns Chevrolet, which we all know is not a viable platform for an off-road vehicle. Holden, Vauxhall, Cadillac. So Holden, Vauxhall, Opel, those are all European brands. Cadillac, GMC, Wuling Motors I've never heard of, Baojun I've never heard of, and Buick. Is Buick even a thing? Like, do they still make Buicks?
Buick is a thing, but you know what? They market to a very specific
Well, it used to be
market that we are moving into. I think.
Oh yeah, you guys are like setting. You guys are set up for a prime time. Like you're like a year or two away.
I think, actually, I think we just get a Buick in a couple years. You'll wake up in the morning, come outside. Where'd this Buick come from?
Honey,
and there's like a bow on it,
It's gonna be
and it's
burgundy with like a tan interior.
Yeah,
dude.
it'd be like,
It
honey,
comes straight from
my
AARP.
my AARP card showed up. The Buick should be here any day now.
Yeah, you get your
Exactly.
AARP and then your 6-pack.
Since when did Samsung start making cars?
Who? Oh yeah, that's the
Samsung.
next one. Yes, I'm. That was that I knew. So Renault, the brand Renault owns Dacia.
I know those.
Renault and Samsung.
Samsung makes cars.
That's what Casey was just saying. Apparently.
Hey, Mitsubishi makes TVs, right? Even Steven.
They're not on this
Half
list.
of all those companies, you can't even get one of their cars in the States.
Yeah. And Renault.
Yeah, where is Mitsubishi, dude?
Um,
What happened to Mitsubishi?
It's a. Oh no, there's Daihatsu.
They're not on the list.
So Renault, back in the day, the
Ford Escort was the same.
yeah, but the TJ, the Jeep TJ, and the Jeep XJ had Renault transmissions in them, and I think axles in some of them. So there was a period of time where Chrysler Jeep was buying Renault parts to put inside the Jeeps.
Yeah, Fiat.
That says Renault.
No, this is in the late '80s. This is well before.
But now,
Oh.
Fiat and Jeep now.
Yeah.
So is that why people consider the last true Jeep like a CJ7? Because it was like American built.
It was AMC.
AMC.
Jeep was the and then in 1986 when they sold to Chrysler came out with the Wrangler. So they changed it from a civilian Jeep to a Wrangler. They changed the headlights from from round to square, and all the dashboard was plastic. And the true Jeep aficionados lost their shit over it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, those YJs are super stout, especially if you get like the later 93 to 96. They had fuel injection.
Casey, is this true?
Yes.
Yeah, they fuel injection. The only downside.
Let me ask an expert, okay?
The only downside to them is that they were still leaf springs, so they didn't come out with the coil springs till 97 when the TJ came out. But you could buy, well, I don't know about now with the inflation and everything, you used to be able to buy a YJ for next to nothing.
In the before times.
For next to nothing with a straight 6 fuel injected, rock solid, vehicle, and do a coilover conversion on it and have a really badass off-road vehicle. I don't even, Casey, what do YJs go for now? I mean, do we know?
Well, it's all over the board, but
Everything's 15,000 now.
I mean, everything's way overpriced.
Yeah.
This guy just brought in a CJ5 that he bought. It was in pretty rough shape. He spent $5,000 on it, and it was like in rough shape.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, what's it been like at your shop, bro? I mean, like,
Well,
I
hold
don't
on. That's the next conversation. Let's get
Oh,
to the rest
okay.
of the vehicles here. So Tata, I didn't know that there was a vehicle company named Tata. I would love to drive a Tata.
So what do you call a group of Tata
Together, a gaggle of Tatas. So Tata has Tata Motors, Land Rover, and Jaguar, which is interesting. I thought at one point wasn't Land Rover and Jaguar owned by Volkswagen or Mercedes, by Daimler? Yeah, they were owned by Daimler at some point.
Daimler Chrysler.
Jaguar was owned by Ford at one point. It's interesting how these things.
Land Rover was owned by Ford for a while.
It was lost in a poker game.
Yeah, yeah. The Toyota.
To Bob Dotson.
To Bob
The
Dotson.
Bob Dotson.
Toyota has the Daihatsu, Lexus, and Toyota groups brands. Ford has just Ford and Lincoln. Because when you do it right, you just only need the 2. And then
So what's GM's problem?
and then
They have them all.
And then Daimler has Mercedes-Benz and Smart Car. So of the 14 companies, 54 of those brands.
No Mitsubishi though. Still. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Dude, maybe they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, I think so. Just like there's no Oldsmobile up there, right?
No, Oldsmobile
Nah,
went down a
yeah.
while ago.
There's
I
no
think
Pontiac.
Mitsubishi went down when Oldsmobile went down.
No, they still make Mitsubishis.
Well, then maybe that's the Mitsubishis are still being made. It's just maybe they're an independent. They're not owned by one of these 14 companies.
Maybe they
You
should
know
buy
what I mean?
Mitsubishi. They're still independent,
They're like the Packers. The people of Mitsubishi own Mitsubishi.
Do they treat their quarterbacks like shit too?
Yeah, their star car assembler wasn't going to come back this summer, but
Yeah, they treat him like shit. They didn't give him any bathroom breaks. He was really upset.
right.
What? Is Aaron Rodgers?
They fired his buddy.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is chomping at the bit to get out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, is Tim Tebow coming back?
He is back.
He's trying out for like the Jaguars
Tight
or
end.
something.
Tight end.
You know, that's a side
He,
tangent
he
here,
ain't
real
gonna
quick.
make it.
Real quick, dude. How does one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever become
That
one of the
happens
worst
every other year.
NFL
Yeah.
QBs?
Dude,
Mhm.
if you go back into history and look
It's
at every
system quarterbacks.
you go back and look at every first round quarterback drafted to the NFL.
90%.
90-something% of them are
Fail.
shit. The ones that become the stars are the guys that get picked up in the 17th round.
Yes.
They're a backup for 2 years. Nobody knows who the hell they are. And think about freaking Brady. Brady was the backup
He was 200th.
Yeah,
in
he
the
wa- and he
pit.
was a backup to Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
Who was going to be the greatest quarterback in history, and he got hurt. And then, oh well, I guess we got to put this Brady kid in. And here we
Run a
are.
knucker.
Yeah.
Same thing 2 years earlier with Kurt Warner. When
Yeah.
Trent Green went down and the coach was crying like, "Oh, we were going to make moves this year." It was gonna, and then Kurt Warner ended up being
Matthew.
statistically had like a 4-year stretch that is unmatched.
Yes.
Whatever, amazing Hall of Fame type numbers, and then 3 months before he was on the Rams' backup quarterback, he was bagging groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to Vinny Testaverde?
He
had
went
a-
on to
he had a solid
broadcasting.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or solid career.
Random,
Solid career. Moved
random
around a
quarterback.
lot, but Tampa Bay, Jets, Rams, Browns. Then he went on to broadcasting. But you look like there was that 1 year where like Matt Leinart, Jamarcus Russell, and like 2 other quarterbacks came out of the draft, and everybody was like, "Whoa, this is like." The 87 draft again,
Yeah.
all over again.
83. It was
Yeah,
83.
83. None of them are there. None of them exist.
No.
I'm sure somebody has done it, but I'd be willing to bet that there's like an 80% washout rate of any quarterback drafted in the first round.
Because
Look at where Johnny Manziel. Where's he at?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Johnny
he
Football.
snorted all the cocaine. Dude.
Yep.
There was
Yep.
a kid out of Nebraska that had huge numbers. It's
Oh, dude.
and they still get drafted first. That dude, you're like barely 6 foot tall. You put up huge numbers because you played in Nebraska, but who did Nebraska play? And you were a system quarterback playing against collegiate teams, so you're not looking at nearly the speed and it's not even the same game, but you're still putting up huge numbers, and somebody's going to draft you in the first round with a top 5 pick, and they're morons. Like, dude, the guy still couldn't throw, 50 yards, but they still took him anyhow.
What about that draft pick? USC. He was a running. He won the Heisman, and then they bought his parents a house, and then
Yeah, Reggie Smith.
no, is that him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who you're talking
He
about.
was dating a Kim Kardashian. For a
Yeah,
while.
he was a Saint for a while too.
Yeah.
Do you remember Todd Marinovich?
Yeah, the pot smoking.
Todd Marinovich.
Todd Marijuanovich.
Yeah, he came out of USC. His dad raised him like from the time he was 6. He only
be
ate
a football player?
Yes, only organic foods. Worked out every day. Blah blah blah. Gets into the NFL. Washes out. Come to find out he's a giant pothead.
Yeah, same thing with LaMarcus Russell. He was drinking scissor, like codeine.
Zero.
Scissor
Just every day after
The
practice.
guy I was talking about, there's like a hole in like the Heisman history of 1 year that doesn't have a Heisman winner.
Cordell Stewart. You remember Cordell Stewart?
I do. He had a 5-year stint in the NFL with the Steelers. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
But he was Colorado State, Colorado. The school he went to.
Yeah, I'm way out of my.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Just,
Rex Grossman.
Rex, Florida.
Yeah. Byron Leftwich.
He went to Marshall.
I don't remember. I'm
Damn,
reading a
Dude,
list.
I feel like I'm flexing on him.
Yeah.
What about the blind side? Wasn't he supposed to be like a big old thing?
He's
still-
Michael Orr?
Still playing.
The blind side, like he doesn't have a name.
Or
Michael Orr.
Michael Orr.
He played for several years. If he's not still playing,
he probably still is.
Kerry Collins, first round pick in 1995, went on to play for the Bills, I believe.
He played for a minute.
Tony
That's funny.
Eason,
Yeah,
I don't remember Tony Eason.
Jeff George.
that's
Jeff
hilarious.
George played for a long time.
That's a good one, moderator. That's hilarious.
What did he say? I missed it. Vince Young. That was a disappointing one because he drafted the Titans. At the time, I was a huge Titans fan,
Yeah.
and I really wanted him to do well, and he did not do well.
He had one of the greatest college games. That was one of the greatest
Yeah.
Rose Bowls ever against SC. I was rooting for him.
Tim,
How the hell did
Tim
that
Couch.
happen, dude? Perry's right. How did we go from car manufacturers to football?
because you asked about it. You were the one that asked about it.
And we're excited to just
Tim
go through
Couch.
the name.
Cade McNown.
Oh my God, UCLA, Cade McNown, one of the greatest collegiate games I ever saw, and I wish the NFL would do this. It was Cade McNown, UCLA against Oregon, against the Ducks, and Akili Smith, and they went to a shootout, and they just kept like touchdown. So in college they start you off on the 25-yard line,
yeah.
So you're in field goal range in overtime. And they didn't. I don't think there was any field goals kicked. They just kept throwing touchdowns, like bam, bam, like 6 more scores. It was great.
Okay, so here's the top 5 worst first round quarterback failures in history.
Johnny Manziel.
According
He's
to
on that list.
No, so number 5, Heath Schuler.
Oh, I know who's number 1.
Hold on,
I know number 1 for sure. Yeah, I remember Heath Schuler.
Tim Tebow.
Number 4, Todd Marinovich.
Okay.
Number 3, Art Schlichter. So in 1982. Number 2,
Mark Sanchez.
Jamarcus Russell.
And number 1 is Chargers.
Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf. Yes. Yes.
Oh man, yeah, he was a disaster.
That was a huge bust, and I remember that draft because it was him or Peyton Manning, who was going to be the number 1 pick, and Indianapolis chose with the number 1 pick Peyton Manning, and the Chargers went with Ryan Leaf.
And years later, when younger Manning was drafted,
Yeah,
he was drafted to the Chargers, and he's like, I just won't play.
Yes,
I won't.
They traded
San
him
Diego.
to New York.
San Diego ruins quarterbacks. Every quarterback that goes to San Diego fails, except for Dan Fouts, and he's like, I won't go. And so they traded him to the Bills.
They have
What's,
okay.
I mean,
what's
it's
the
the Giants.
QBs
Right
from
now
the
they have
Chargers? Rivers Cuomo. No.
Yeah,
Rivers
they had
come
Phil
on.
Rivers,
The singer of Weezer?
also known as a solid quarterback. Rivers he's a Hall of Famer, but he just never won with San Diego. Drew Brees was with San Diego, and the kid they have now, Roy Herbert, he's really good. He's pretty exciting, but it's not a good history when 2 in a row top picks. Like I ain't coming here.
Yeah.
Or they're horrible.
Yeah. All right. So we're done with car talk and
we're done with football talk.
football
The
talk.
washed out
sick.
football players podcast. We're done with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it peaked that something in my
dude.
brain.
So-
Like, oh
you
yeah,
have this
dude.
look in your eye right now. You're twinkling right now.
I was like fired up. Ask me about football quarterbacks.
Well,
Ask me about wide receivers.
And isn't it weird how you don't hear the name Jamarcus Russell forever, and then as soon as someone says it, you're like, boom, you can picture him
as a
on
loser.
his knee throwing like 80 yards, and
Yeah.
everybody thought that was going to make him the best quarterback. Yeah, seriously, from his knee, he could throw the ball like 80 yards.
He had a Rowan Gardner arm.
Rowan Gardner.
Rowan
Everybody
Gardner.
thought for sure. Everybody thought for sure he was going to be the best quarterback in the world. Dumb as a box of rocks and couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Doesn't matter how far away the barn
Shooting
was.
hoses, bro.
So,
BBs.
I don't know what he was doing in his off hours.
Elam wants us to talk about Olympic table tennis, which you know what?
Hey, okay. I don't care about table tennis. Have you guys watched any of the Olympics?
Dude, I was about to say, did you guys know the Olympics was this year?
Yeah, I watched a little bit.
That's all I watch.
I didn't even
I
know.
haven't watched any.
There's like 2 channels, Channel 4 and USA, that are constant Olympics. That's all we've been watching nonstop at our house. Is just it's like
which
background.
events?
Real Americas. You guys dress up on like your American flag stuff and as a family and root for your country?
Well, I mean, we would, but it seems like the only thing that's on is rowing, and there's never there's never any Americans. Some other weird shit. Weightlifting, like what? That's how much I hate like regular television. Is all right. I watch the Olympics just because it's like every 4 years. There's sometimes you catch something really cool and you're like, oh, the Olympics are pretty cool. And then other times, most of the time, it's like these little midget dudes that are weightlifting. You know, they're like whatever class. It's not even that impressive. It's like, I mean, for a guy that's like 5'2", I guess lifting a couple 100 pounds is pretty great,
Bro,
you know?
when
But
he only weighs
why is
120 pounds and he's
Yes,
lifting
right.
400
But
pounds.
why do I want to watch it? He's from like Mongolia, and then there's another dude from Indonesia, you know, weightlifting against some Israeli guy. Like, there's no Americans. There's nobody even in our hemisphere lifting weights. But it's on my TV. I'm watching it.
Have you followed any of the news about the women's volleyball outfits?
The news.
Are they,
It's good.
The shorts getting shorter?
I'm
or
sorry.
what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have been watching a lot of that. But I like it.
I was in
I like
the
it. I like
R&D,
it. I like it for the competition. They're
That's what
very.
Dad watches.
The Brazilian team is
softball.
very. Brazilian team very
Talented.
competitive.
Very talented.
Very talented. Very competitive.
No,
Strong.
Are they going to wear like blankets or capes now?
So the
It's like Denmark or
the Denmark team, Norwegian team, one of those
Yeah.
teams, they came out and they wanted to wear like bike shorts, like
Okay.
like boy short type things. And the International Federation of Women's Volleyball, whatever, said absolutely not. You have to wear the bikini. And they pulled like the guidelines of the quote uniform says bra only with no coverage other than the bra, and a bikini that must come X amount of inches up the heap, and the midriff must be shown. Like the full-on.
I strongly support that organization.
How come we're not all
This is-
volleyball like coaches?
Hey, the rules are the rules, man.
Yes.
This is
Donate now to keep the organization alive.
This is a historic thing. You can't change. This
Yeah.
is how it's been forever. You don't change things.
Yeah, but
like
you would
that.
think like every boy would
Don't
be
think
growing
about
up.
it. Just
Like,
watch.
what do you want to be when you grow up? A volleyball coach?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So clearly, this book was written by men, right? Back in 1955 or whatever it was, and Perry, that's exactly what I'm getting to next. The singer Pink. So the Federation basically said, if you show up to compete in anything other than a bikini, you will be fined. And Pink said, "Go do it, girls. I'll pay the fine."
Oh, all right.
And it's sparking all kinds of conversations about the gymnast outfits, the swim out, like
She's always been like a strong supporter
advocate,
of
yes,
women's stuff.
women's stuff. That's a really woke way to put it,
Is
Jose.
it? Dude, I don't know what you can say and what you can't say anymore.
Nothing. You can't say anything.
Yeah, it's so there's I believe over the next several years of the Olympics coming up, there's going to be all conversations about what kind of outfits women can and can't wear on the Olympic. I thought the whole thing was interesting. I don't know how much you guys care about it.
None. I don't care about it.
Bro,
at all.
I didn't even know the Olympics was going on. That lets you know how much I care about that stuff.
All right. Hey, Case, since you're here and you're an off-road expert, what kind of things have you been working on in the shop?
Did like a full strip down and Gen Right welding cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, ripped the whole interior out, ripped the cage out. I've been working on that pretty much nonstop for a while.
What kind of vehicle?
LJ.
Hey, are those still? I saw one the other day. I'm like, man, that's a cool looking Jeep. But are those still like unicorns at this point? Like a Rubicon LJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not make very many of them, and if you can find them, if someone's trying to sell it, you're gonna pay for it.
You're still paying big money
Yeah,
for it?
Yeah. My
big
mother-in-law has an LJ, not a Rubicon, but it's an LJ
Yeah.
with the Dana 4040 rear, and I told her if she sells that thing without giving me the chance to buy it, she will never see her granddaughter again. I will keep Presley away from her forever.
My new coworker he's going this Saturday or Sunday to go look at a Frontier.
The
Really?
new Frontier?
No. He wants to try to get a 21. So he wants the old body style with the new motor.
Oh.
But there's also like I think a 20 that he's looking at too. He found a really good deal on like a dark blue Pro 4X,
Nice.
something like that. So
Very nice.
and he has a Mitsubishi.
Oh,
He's
that's right.
getting rid of his Montero. So I said, you're going to complete the Trident, and then we can become the frontiersmen.
Why don't you talk about our plans for rear bumper fabrication? How are we doing on that? R&D.
So I already.
Well, let's
I don't
talk
know
about
where
why.
you're-
Did we tell the story of you getting rear-ended?
And
Yeah,
not
yeah,
on an
so it's,
accident.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got bumped in too.
So yeah, that's the reasoning for is on the way to work last Thursday. I'm sitting in traffic, or it was a hard braking situation, and then I look in my rearview mirror and this kid in like a brand new Mustang just bing, like, it wasn't like a hard hit, but it was enough to do some damage.
Yeah, it bent the bumper on your bumper down.
Yeah, it pushed the bumper in a little bit, but that's it. The brackets are still solid and square.
What happened to the Mustang?
It fucked it up pretty good. I mean, dude, you're talking about Nissan versus Ford, right there. He probably bent his core support, and he's gonna need a whole new front end. I'm sure
He's going to need a new Mustang.
he's gonna need a new Mustang. But so I worked out a deal with him. He was a really nice kid. I said, look, you just pay for my bumper, and I had immediately, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do something aftermarket. I'm not putting a stock bumper back on this thing. I'm not fixing this thing. So we were at Mom and Dad's last weekend, and then me and Casey did some brainstorming for it took like hours because we were drinking beer.
Well,
so.
and while you guys were brainstorming, I was still in the garage working.
Yeah, weren't you guys supposed to be like
No, you
moving
were
stuff?
not.
we built shelves.
We were done,
and I kept
moving.
working, and they were out laying on the driveway.
I'll tell you what happened is he stepped away. Cody stepped away like 2 or 3 times to take some phone calls, work related, the quotation marks,
Right.
work related, and he stepped off the nail gun. I'm like, dude, you don't step off the nail gun unless you don't want to use the nail gun. And so me or Casey jumped in. We finished putting up some shelves, and then that was like, okay, let's go look at the trucks. You just decided to volunteer, start moving and filling the shelves, whatever. So anyhow, Casey and I went out. We were looking at both of our trucks and crawling around, just checking out like our options. And that's what I told him right there. All I want, because there's another company, I don't know if we should say or not, because I'm not going to buy their bumper.
Why not? They make frontier stuff.
Desert Runner,
and they make really cool
they
products.
make really great products.
None of us own any of their products, but if you follow them on Instagram and you've got a
Nissan, that's your guy. I'll tell
for
you.
sure. They're super. They look bitchin'. I've never put my hands on one, but they look great.
They do look great, and they have a bumper that I really liked. But there's obviously more. He takes some more. He takes some more fabrication and shaping to this particular bumper. He kind of tapers it, and it's like, yeah, that looks cool, but man, that's a lot of money. I just need a bar
And the lead time too.
Yeah,
The lead time.
the
is
lead
long,
time
too.
was like 3 months.
Yeah,
Really?
but so it's one dude. That's why it's. I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. I full disclosure, I have reached out to him before, and he had said, it's him and his wife, basically running it. Is this what you're talking about, the front bumper, or are you talking about the rear bumper?
I got rear-ended.
That's right.
So
So yeah, he's
you
looking
do
at
that
front
math.
bumpers.
No, he has really great bumpers, and I don't want to imply like I'm stealing his idea, but it did kind of spark.
But we reference his pictures a little bit.
Well, I mean, we're giving him a shout out, but that white bumper on the white truck right there.
Mhm.
That see how it still steps out. It's more complicated than what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't know.
The bottom right, yeah, that one.
Yeah, it won't. It doesn't open. I click on it.
Yeah,
nothing
no,
happens.
you can't. You just kind of have
Control
to zoom.
plus.
That's the okay. Yeah, that's the bumper there. So that looks great. No, you're all over.
I'm trying to zoom out.
Control minus.
There we go.
I'm gonna punch
Jeez
Jose.
Louise.
Can I punch Jose?
Okay, see, so
Get in
I'm
line.
gonna have a seizure.
that's really clean, and it's a tight bumper. Well, looking at that, I just want a 2x4, 2x6 flat bar sitting back there to fill that void and just sit flush with the rear fender. So that was the idea that Casey and I had. We went immediately to Patent Steel online, and it's like, oh yeah, they sell that stuff. So on the way home, maybe 2 or 3 days later, so this would be last Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, I drove by Patent Steel. And
Did you really?
In the like reused bin or
Scrap
garbage
bin.
bin? In the scrap bin.
Yeah,
they
it's
had-
in there.
Frontier bumper.
it said Frontier bumpers.
It's all-
Come get it.
Scrap bin. Nissan Frontier. Ready 2005 to 2020.
Ready to mount. Just
It's
bolt it up.
the remnants. It's the remnants.
The
bin.
remnant bin. And so I don't know how it's going to fit. I think that
Remnants Off Road is the next.
oh.
Remnants Off Road. Hashtag own it. We took it.
Hashtag yes. So I think that's our plan. I don't know. Again, thinking about it, I'd have to pull the
Well,
bumper
that's definitely
off.
our plan because we got the steel. So
Right. So we got the metal now. So yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
definitely gonna be part of the plan.
I already notched a hole in the bottom and welded in a receiver on mine. So
Okay. I
Um,
was gonna say, what have you done? Because you stopped by my house on Saturday on the way to the races, which I
Mhm.
wanted to talk about tonight too.
thank you for leaving that steel in the direct sunlight too.
Was it nice and sizzling hot?
Oh yeah,
for you?
I picked it up and then immediately chucked it onto your neighbor's lawn because it was burning the shit out of my head. Fucking asshole.
This guy. All right.
It's like 1,000
Yes,
degrees outside. Let me just pick up this raw piece of metal.
Yeah.
So
Would you want me
yeah,
to
I
paint it for
just
you?
did that. I just welded in the receiver and then kind of gusseted it some, and then
So how's it
I
look?
actually-
Is it going to be a
I haven't put it
difficult
on
one?
yet. I haven't put it on yet.
So you're thinking like maybe taking the stock bracket and maybe cutting that down to fit. And
Once I
welding
get
it
the
to
bumper off, I'll see what the brackets look like. And if they look like they're, I don't know, beefy enough, then I'll just weld those brackets to that steel, or I'll just trace those out onto like 1/4-inch plate or something and make new brackets. You know?
So Casey you bought the steel for you and Casey,
Yes.
and then Casey picked it up on the way home Saturday, and then so he's making his bumper, and then he's going to duplicate one for you.
I would hope so.
There's a 3-month
Yeah.
lead time.
I'm just going to say.
Okay, so
Is there a 3 month? Yeah. Is there a 3 month
Yeah.
lag time on
well,
your
it
fabrication?
should be October, Matt. I think October. And then I borrowed a tubing roller and rolled up like the perfect arch for a front bumper out of some 1.5-inch square tubing. And obviously Saturday I was down at the track all day. So Sunday I woke up and was doing some stuff, trying to convince myself to get out there and cut that bumper and just start. And I was talking to Zen about it. He's like, "Let's do it." He's like, "Come on." I was like, "All right." So I went and pulled out the welder and stuff. I was out of wire. Son of a bitch. So
Oh.
I didn't even get to start. So I was like, I'm sure that I didn't cut the whole bottom of that bumper off first, like just all willy-nilly. So I'll probably try to fuck with it this weekend.
Nice.
All right. Well,
And
you
Matt
guys,
wants to see what it looks like before I bend him one. So
That's right.
yeah. Talking about that, so Duty Driven is in the chat room, and
shout out.
shout out to Mark Duty Driven.
Absolutely.
He works at the races all the time as like I don't know. Does he sweep up after the? I don't know exactly what it is he does over there.
He's the guy that sprays the water.
Fluffer.
He's the fluffer over there. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mark works over there, and
Well, he works at Irwindale.
Yeah.
And then his dad like runs or I don't know, maybe he's a superintendent. If he's in the chat room, he can correct me, but I think his dad.
Yeah, he's a superintendent.
Superintendent
of
of the Pomona Raceway, like the actual NHRA drag strip.
Okay.
So
All right.
pretty legit.
Kind of a big
So
deal.
he knows the guy.
He knows the guy. So
Yeah.
so whatever. So name drop. All right, whatever. So so Matt and Casey and Adam and there was a bunch of people that ended up at the
My kids.
that ended up.
Oh
at the,
yeah.
Well, I was gonna get to that. Jeez. So tell me, I did not go. Jose did not go. Tell me about that. What was Matt? What was it? What was it like taking the kids to the drag races?
So amazing. Like I'd been to the last time I went to the drags I was maybe in high school or something. You know, it was a different time. But I'll tell you, I remember being impressed.
Not a Karn site.
I remember being impressed. Oh. I got that one. That was like a slow hit there, Jose, for me. And this time, you know, prepping the boys, I'm like, look, it's going to be really loud. I grew up in Montclair, 7 miles or whatever from the drags, and you could hear Top Fuel from my house growing up. So that's how loud it is. If you guys haven't been to the drags, it's pretty amazing. And but it is very loud. So I was trying to prep the boys all week, like, hey, you know, this is going to be really loud. If it's too loud,
you're never going to hear again. Just
yeah,
so you know.
Well, I mean, again, I was a good dad. I got the inner ear little spongy plugs, and then the over ear protection. So they were ready to go. And
it's not just your hearing, man. That thing, it'll rattles your chest. Your hat vibrates.
You can't
you
even
feel it through your entire body.
Tell me more about this vibration. Like, can you feel it when you're sitting down? Just
yes. The cars come by. You can't even. Your vision is blurred. It's so loud. You can't
that's
focus.
Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
Sitting down, vision's blurry.
Sitting down, vibrating, vision's blurry. Like
it really is insane. It's not. I can't describe it accurately. It's just the amount of power and how fast those cars go with the sound and the effect of being that close. It's almost like, dude, did I just see that? Because then it goes by you and it's down. It's a quarter mile away in 3 seconds.
so, almost like being in the Ranger.
Please,
Yeah.
please. I don't think they allow
Dude, it
Fords
takes
on the
them
track.
to go just shy of a quarter mile, because they don't even race the full quarter mile anymore. They shortened it. It takes them like 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's stupid fast. The boys love it.
And they say this thing that there's like one marker, like the first orange block on the track from the tree, Matt, that by the time they hit that, it's like 300 feet. They've already burned 2 gallons of gas.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, Michael was...
Well, it's kind of like driving a Nissan.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean a landcruiser?
It was very...
Yeah, our life is 139.
I could totally relate. The boys loved it. You know, Michael, that's all he talks about. You know, I think it was 3 weeks ago, just, you know, flipping through TV on a Saturday, there was some drag races on and we watched it. And then literally that week, I think Mark hit us up. Hey, do you guys, I think I can get some tickets to Pomona. You know, do you guys want to go? Oh my God. Yeah. Michael won't shut up about watching drag races. Just this past weekend, just on TV, he was like,
your kid is a gearhead.
He is.
He's a
super gearhead. So not only is it like you see the races, and of course they have super stock, pro stock, you know, all the different classes, funny cars. Funny cars are equally cool. You go back and you can walk through the pits and you can see them tearing the motors apart, tearing the engines down, and that in itself, you know, they tear those motors down after every run, basically.
How
you know?
crazy is that, dude?
Yeah, and you got an hour.
I'm like, I'm not changing the oil.
Yeah,
I'm
change
going
the oil.
right. I'm going to Jiffy Lube. These guys are like, we're going to pull everything out.
Yeah, we're ripping it all apart, and we're gonna have it back together in an hour for our next run. That's
Yep.
really insane, and it was just really cool exposing, especially Michael, to that whole scene. You can see how much money is put into that event. So it was a lot of fun. I was super happy to take my boys and expose them to that whole scene.
Yeah.
So I anticipate having to go on a pretty regular basis from here on out.
What about you, Case? How was it?
And just really quick before I forget, Mark was saying the same thing and pointed at you. There's a lot of women drivers, like the Force, John Force's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Cruz Pedregon has a daughter. I don't know. There's other girls that dominate that whole whatever, whether it's funny car, Top Fuel, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had like the little kids. They have little kids drag cars that are like, I don't know how big the motors are. They looked similar to like a 450, like a dirt bike motor.
So
but
crazy,
I know
dude.
I asked and they're not. But imagine putting a 450 in a little mini.
Which
Dragster.
we've talked about. I want to do for
Yeah.
Exactly.
Before Zen bought Tammy's old dirt bike, I wanted to put that TTR motor in a buggy for Presley.
Exactly. And that was Mark was saying that. Like, I was kind of hoping that you would bring Presley to the event just so you could kind of, she would see that and maybe get inspired by it. But at the end of the day, it was probably good that you didn't, because then you'd be all emotional right now talking about it, So,
Well, instead, I was at a 5-year-old girl's birthday party, so it was probably cool, just as cool.
Yeah.
With the inflatable water
you
slide
watched,
in someone's backyard.
You watched some cool Disney
Yeah,
movies.
no,
I'm sure.
inflatable water slide in the backyard. So just as cool as drag races, but each his own. What were your thoughts, Case?
Dude, it was awesome. Same thing. Zen and Susan, it was their first time, and I mean, for starters, I think we should get together and write an email, Matt. It's called the Winter Nationals.
Yeah.
There was nothing winter about
Well,
that.
that's because the Winter Nationals got canceled, so they had to move it.
There's nothing winter. Summer Nationals. I'm okay with that. It was hot as hell, but yeah, dude, it was. I mean, I haven't been to the drag since I'm like 19 years old or something like that. When we used to go with the neighbors, Chad Neighbor and Rob Neighbor and them, because they used to race.
They're your neighbors, and their last name were Neighbor.
No, they weren't my neighbors.
They weren't neighbors.
Their last
Their
name
last
was
name were neighbors.
That was the last time I ever been to the drag, so it was almost like seeing it for the first time. I mean, I knew what to expect, but when that first Top Fuel went by, I was like,
and every time it does, like every race, you're like, oh, they're gonna do it again, and it's
we
just
saw
as
like
awe-inspiring.
2 of them exploded. That was cool.
Yeah,
Really?
And that first one went by, and my hat jiggled, and I went, "Holy shit!" So
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, it was fun, man.
You sure you weren't wearing one of those new remote control hats that vibrate and someone had the remote control in their hand?
I don't know what the use for that would be, but no, it definitely wasn't one of them. But
yeah.
no, whenever you get the chance to go, like someone's like, "Hey, I can get you tickets," and then you go to those things, you're like, "Why don't we come to this thing anyways?" Like,
yeah.
I can never think about we should go to the drags, and now I'm thinking next time the drags come around, I want to get tickets and go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny how like drags. You go to the drag race, you're like, oh, that's awesome. We should go to a hockey game. I've been to a hockey game. It's super cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you when hockey season starts or ends. I remember it's be like, oh, hockey's on. We should go to a game. Well, it's the finals.
Well,
you can't get tickets. It's
They
those
play on ice, so that might be a little bit of an indicator there about what time of year they play. So.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. What I'm saying is there's a lot of things like that
Yeah.
you go see something or you go do something, you're like, that's really cool. I want to do it more. And you just never do. You never think about it.
They had some motorcycles go a couple times. They do that when you were there, Matt?
Yeah, that was
That is sketchy. I mean, we used to haul ass on our motorcycles. Nothing like this, obviously, but seeing those people, I mean, they take off, and I think that they're just as surprised at the outcome as I am standing in the stands.
Hey, don't tell anybody, but I have been searching for motorcycles on Craigslist.
Oh, gee. Okay, so check this out. I was having a conversation with Mark, and he said,
Mark, wait, hold on. Mark is absolutely right. I have seen more Disney on Ice than actual hockey. You're correct. Go ahead, Casey.
Hey, Thursday nights at Irwindale, $20 or maybe $40. You can race whatever you want.
Okay, what are we supposed to do with that?
I think he's challenging you.
Let's get the rigs down there and fucking race them on the drag strip.
The
All
slowest
right,
cars.
I go against Jose.
They said people bring like ice cream trucks and buses and all kinds of freaking things. You sign a waiver, it's $40. You drag race your rig.
I'd be totally down with that. I would totally be down with making a night of it, going down there as a group and putting the vehicles against each other.
That's hilarious, dude. I don't want to make you guys feel bad, but I'll probably win.
Yeah, Adam's already in the chat room. Let's run the rigs. I mean, he knows he's going to lose.
You put it in 4-low first gear.
Oh,
the
wow.
First one to cross the line loses.
Yeah.
No. The first one across the line loses. So make it a slow drag.
Oh, that's
He's going to the slowest.
That's funny. I would totally do it. We could do it. We have to set it
Sounds
up.
like fun.
But I think
Time to look into a tuner, Matt.
I think it'd be fun.
Z1 off-road, right?
I'll have to look for a crowdfund for the gas money I'm going to blow during that event.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time. I don't think I've ever actually been to the drags. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I just and I wanted to go. It would have been fun to go with you guys, but like I said, I had pre-committed. Well, let me take that back. My wife had pre-committed me to to an event.
I used to go to the Irwindale Speedway all the time for the VW ones.
Oh, I could see that. I could totally see that. They start on Saturday and finish on Sunday.
Hey, those little cars, man,
dude,
bro.
I know. Some of them you can build those V-dubs up. Dude, funny VW story. I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I don't know if I should tell you this. I think the statute of limitations is gone. My buddy had a.
Just remember, you are the forum of justice. So you don't
I did not do this.
Ruin your rep.
My buddy had a bug that was parked at the side of my house, and he asked my dad, "Hey, can I park this here? Well, because it doesn't work right now, I'm gonna get it fixed." 6-8 months later, my dad was like, "Get that piece of shit out of my yard, or I'm towing it away." So he's like, "All right." He comes over to the house, and we're about to go to AutoZone and or Pep Boys or something, because he needed I'm going to say capacitor, but I don't think it was right. It was like a start solenoid or something that he needed for his bug. And as we come around the corner, there's a same year bug parked on the side of the road. And he's like, stop, let me out. I'm like, what do you want me to do? He said, let me out. I'll meet you back at the house. I'm not paying attention to any of this. So I drop him off and I go back to the house. He comes running down the street with the part he needs. He just opened up the back of someone's bug and took it.
So I think he probably needed. So the older ones use generators, not alternators. Mm-hmm. And there's like a little box that goes on top of those generators that like burn out.
Yes.
So that's probably what he needed, because there's not much to a VW engine.
No.
It's an alternator and a belt.
Yeah.
and a fuel pump.
Yeah.
And a fuel pump. And that's it.
Hey, speaking of like taking motors out, we took the motor out of that thing a couple times thinking, let's just look at it and see if we could fix it. We had no idea what we were. Put it back together and it still ran. But I think a Baja Bug would be fun. Have you seen?
I have, yes.
My buddy Brian has
I know your
Baja Bug. That thing's.
But what kind of engine is in it?
Was it a 21?
Like a Porsche engine?
No, but what's the good motor for a Volkswagen? Like a high output motor, 2176. Is that right, Jose?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many
variations,
displacements now.
Okay. Well, whatever. That thing hauled ass, and the suspension he had on it was just incredible. I'm sure he still has it.
Mark is saying that the Hot VW Drags is happening in Irwindale on the 22nd of this month.
I might go to that just for nostalgia's sake.
When what's the 22nd? What
the drift race is coming up in October too. Those are fun. If you've never been to those, that's one of those things that
2276.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Okay.
Drift is another form of automotive racing that I never really thought anything about it. And
Paul was like, "Hey, you guys want to come to the drifts?" Sure.
Yeah, we should totally connect with Nexen and go. But I want to say I didn't know anything about drifts until Tammy went to work for that first tire company, and she was like, "Okay, I got to go do this thing," and so all right, I'll go. And we went to the drift races in Orange County or Long Beach, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is super cool!" It's like these cars are amazing.
I was standing the first time we went. I was standing there, just kind of like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna race. They're drifting, whatever."
Yeah.
And those guys took off, and I was glued to the track.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to come back. We've gone like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, we've done it a handful of times, and I think that'd be another one to another good event to go to. Those drift races are fun. And Nexen has a big. That's the first time I ever saw Nexen was at the drift races. They have a big contingency in the drift races. So yeah, when is that coming up, Case?
It's in October, like mid-October. I want to say, like around the second weekend or something like that of October.
Okay.
I think all these motorsports are gonna come back around to being a bigger thing now because all these cars now are so like there's no emotion to them anymore. Like they're just like.
You mean the newer cars?
Yeah, like the newer cars, like they're just like people movers. They're not like. Unless you get like a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, but
right?
everything has 300 horsepower now.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You're not.
Everything does.
I know.
Speaking of 300 horsepower,
I was talking to somebody the other. I think it was Mark this weekend. I had I actually owned a 1970 Mustang, and I had a 72 Dart. One had a 351 Cleveland. The other my Dart had a 318. So they both had V8s, and they might have put out 250 horsepower. Like my truck has more horsepower, guaranteed.
Yeah.
My little Nissan has more horsepower, and those were V8s at the and that was hot shit at the time. You put a dual exhaust and screw around with the
restrictor plate.
Nah. Yeah, put a 4-barrel.
Restrictor plate off of old Red Dragon here.
Yeah, and then you can get up over 300 horsepower. But that was a big thing, 300 horsepower. Back when I was in high school, like, dude, you had a badass muscle car. That ain't shit now. That's like everything has.
Yeah, even though everything has 300 horsepower,
there's 310.
There's no emotion in the car, though. Like, it's all, like, you don't hear the car.
Take it to the drags and start creating some emotion. Wrap that thing around a telephone pole like my brother did and get emotional about it.
Matt, it's been an hour. You logged out.
Yeah,
you got to log back in.
Is he on screen time?
There's a clock. I don't know what it is. Every week.
I'll have to look at the settings because it does happen exactly every week.
Hey, so I heard someone told me that they heard that the new Frontier is going for like 40 or 45. I said I didn't think they came out with a price yet.
This week, I thought they were coming out with the price.
August 10th.
Pro 4X was like 40 to 45.
It's going to be 45,000, guys.
But I'm saying they hadn't released an official price yet, though, right?
No, nothing official yet. But for sure, it's going to be what Tacomas are going for. They're going to take advantage of the market, and it's going to be a $45,000 Pro 4X.
Well, Tacomas are going for more than that, aren't they? The TRD off-roads?
Yeah, but I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Is in normal times, this would have come out as a $38,000 truck.
It probably would have been a 40 all day.
Yes, and then now they're like, well, wait a minute. Tacomas are going for how much? 50?
Yeah.
We can easily get 45.
Yes.
Should I comment, even though I'm not?
They can still hear you.
On YouTube they can.
Yeah.
Now there's two of them.
None of your volume goes through that's just for the camera.
I see.
All of your conversations go through the mixing board, so you never drop off of the call.
Those FTL guys already drove one off road.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
All the YouTube people.
Everybody cooler than us for sure.
I just watched a show last night, and the guy was off-roading in it and stuff. So.
But they weren't allowed to make any comments on.
No.
It was like
I don't know what these embargoes are for, dude.
No impression. You can't make any comments about it.
Yeah, you can't.
Drivability or anything like that.
Yeah, nothing like that.
So with that said, Jose, well, I don't want to go down what cars Jose.
No,
I don't want to talk about it.
So back to the drag races. So it's something you guys think you want to go back and do?
Absolutely.
The VW one is cool because it's like a car show / swap meet / drag thing all day, and you just see like all these shitbox VWs. Some of them are like like the outside looks, dude, they're rotting. And then you open up the back hood, and it's just like all the money's in the motor. All the motor is like all the powertrain stuff is like top notch. It's probably making like 210 horsepower, and just smoking everyone, dude.
Yeah.
And and I think there used to be a race car called the Tetanus Shot. I don't remember because it was that rusty, but you know.
Makes
Or
sense.
Yeah, you call them like rat rods or something like that when they look like a shit box, but they're all souped up under the hood.
Frontier. They usually call those Frontiers.
Yeah, Bugorama's another big one. That one's usually held at the Fontana Speedway. That's like one of the biggest ones.
All right. Moving on from cars that go fast, Casey, let's talk about your Frontier. You are the proud owner of several boxes that have Iron Man 4x4 parts in them.
I have many components.
Are you dying right now that you haven't been able to install any of that?
A little bit each day.
So Casey has a full Foam Cell Pro kit for his Frontier. We're waiting on some bushings to come in before it can be installed. Did you ever
like 2 weeks still before they can ship them.
Yeah. Did you ever look at the factory bushings? Like, could you not just get factory bushings? And
I can, but I also haven't had. It's like I haven't had a weekend where we could get together and do it anyways. If I thought that, the next 6 weekends are clear and it's 8 weekends till they can ship it, then I'll figure something out. But I haven't had the chance to even think about trying to get together to do it anyways. So why spend some more money on possibly the wrong bushings when I can't even do it anyways?
True.
Yeah, once you're ready to go, Matt will bring the bug spray, and we'll be full on in suspension installation mode.
But I did a rotation and a balance the other day, and I took my front right tire off first, and I noticed it was starting to wear a little funny, like my camber was off. That can't be right. I put the ball joints exactly where they were. The tires never looked like that before, but I was always rotating often. And I think I've always had loud, like road noise, especially when slowing down, like coming to a stop. But it always tracked straight. It always drove great. So I just loosened the ball joint and tapped it out a little bit on each side, made them even. Freaking thing drives so much better.
Oh, did you not take it to get a front end alignment afterwards? After you did the ball joints and everything?
I put them exactly in the same location that they were.
So no. So you didn't go get a front end alignment?
Hell no. I knew I was working on trying to get another kit, and I was going to go get an alignment. And I put them on. I marked them and put them in the same exact location, and it drove perfect. It's always drove perfectly straight.
Yeah, you were just pigeon-toed the whole time.
Yeah, it was just like this.
Yeah.
The road noise is gone.
Huh.
Well, and again, I've been waiting because I'm like, I need to get an alignment as soon as I put this other kit on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go get an alignment and then go get another alignment.
Yeah, I have I think one of my rear tires shifted on the wheel at Mojave, because now I have a little bit of a shimmy in the back, and I can totally tell it's the tire. I just haven't taken it. Next time I get the oil change, I'm going to take it and get the tires rotated.
They knock the weight off or something.
Yeah, it's like if the tire just rotates a little bit on the wheel, it throws the balance out, right? And my commute is 9 miles to work, and I don't go over 45 miles an hour, so I don't really notice it until I get on the freeway, and then I'm like, oh shit, I still got to balance that tire and back.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. So what? So the I think they said mid-August, right, is when the bushings are.
I think they said they'll be in stock on the 12th.
Okay. So you'll be looking at the
next weekend,
16th. No, that's 2 weekends from now. The 12th is 2 weekends from now. So if they ship them out on the 12th or 13th, you won't get them until the following week. I think we're all booked until November.
So right after I get Matt's bumper done?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Matt's going to make your installation, your kit installation contingent on his bumper.
No,
don't come down until you got that bumper ready.
That's like probably the next thing we'll do, like in the next couple of weekends, because I think I'll try to have mine done this weekend. And then probably before I get the bushings, I'll come down and we'll do Matt's bumper.
You could probably just do it in my garage.
Yeah, just in the driveway or set up an easy up or something.
Yeah, I can actually pull my truck into my garage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't even. My garage is just fucking nightmare.
If you go back to patents and get some more material, Matt, we can do up some sliders too. You know.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll see. I rock sliders. I haven't needed them yet. I know we want to hit that whatchamacallit.
Gold Mountain.
It's like once I don't know. I don't want to say it speak it into existence.
Don't say it.
But,
Don't even say it.
My dad does.
Don't
body,
say it, dude. Don't say it. Well, I'm really excited about getting that Iron Man kit. Like the Casey pulled as soon as I handed the boxes to him, he like opened it, eyes like saucer dishes, and he opened it up and he's like, "Look at these things! Oh my God, look at these things!" And they're really stout looking. They're really,
massive.
They're massive, and they're really, really good looking products. That's for sure. I've
always been curious on that kit because I'm telling you, that's the kit I wanted to buy when I got my Land Cruiser. And it just wasn't out yet.
Yeah, just based sheerly on the way it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like rock solid components. Like it's the you can tell it's made with quality material. It just looks really good. Fit and finish wise, looks really good. Don't know what it's going to be like to install or what it's like to ride on yet. But I was super.
I love that it's a whole new leaf pack in the back. That was like, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, and that leaf pack, how's that?
It's like 800 pounds.
Yeah, when the leaf packs showed up, Tammy was like, we got these things on the front porch. I'm like, oh, those are Casey's leaf. Can you bring that in the house? She's like, nope. Like I can't. So
yeah, they're heavy as hell.
How much bigger than the stock is it?
Lift wise?
No, I mean like. It's I don't know what the stock leaf pack looks like. Is it beefier?
It's definitely beefier, yeah. My stock leaf pack is it just looks like a few pieces of flat bar sandwiched together. It's I don't think that it's doing anything. If I put any sort of a load whatsoever, I'm just riding on the bump stops.
Mm-hmm.
I've dented my frame.
Yeah.
My frame is dented from my bump stops.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a big improvement in the back. And it'll help support that new bumper I'm going to build. So.
Oh, right.
Okay. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, talking about heavy.
Yeah, speaking of heavy bumpers and
heavy bumpers.
Heavy
spare tire
bumpers. All right, Jose, you run with this one.
Okay.
This is your baby.
Yeah, you started it.
Matt mentioned it. Matt
hold
brought
on,
it up.
Not as a show thing. Was that mine?
Yeah, Jose started it.
All right. Well, Matt had mentioned, he had to lose it would be a good thing if he lost a couple LBs, And I just threw it out there. I'm like, well, we should make a thing out of it. Make a segment or a challenge out of it between.
Yeah, because you want to hold us fucking accountable.
Yeah,
and
so
fuck you for that.
So I said, all right, let's set a date. We'll give it originally it was going to be 9 weeks. Since Cody had some trip or something.
Yeah, we were going to Vegas, but I think we'll just make it straight.
So it's just going to be 8 weeks.
Starting tonight.
We're going to weigh in right now in a couple minutes.
So on the 3rd, we're weighing in right now. Going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are we telling everybody
5,
in the world
6,
how
7,
much we
8.
weigh? Because as the fattest guy, it's like
you're not the fattest guy, bro.
Sure. Let's go. Well, I guess we'll know, won't we? What the fuck? That's some bullshit.
Hey, bro, it's accountability.
You don't have accountability between us. Yeah. We can all just go, okay, yeah, Matt has the most to lose, and then that's it. It doesn't have to be pronounced to the world. Jesus Christ, that guy Matt on Trailchasers. Do you know how much he weighs?
We don't have. You don't have to.
We can all still do it, and we'll all know the weigh-ins, and then that's still accountable.
Yeah,
the entire world doesn't have to know.
That's funny.
My dimensions. We're not boxing. It's not like this is
holy shit! I did not think this was gonna go that way.
I didn't think so either.
Oh shit!
Whatever. I really it doesn't matter. I guess, but.
No, we'll write them down. Casey, do you have a scale at home, by the way?
Yeah.
I said every week.
Jose.
So I said every week we'll weigh in on the show, just to, hold us accountable, see how the thing is going. The only thing we haven't agreed on is what's going to be the end game as far as.
Every week, because I was gonna wait till like the last 2 weeks and then just get it hard.
So I don't know that we need to weigh in every week. We can.
We don't have,
and we could report. So we could just report what the percentage of loss is so far. Because I think the way we're measuring this is what's our total percentage of loss.
Yes, it's not gonna be.
So
pounds.
if you weighed 100 pounds and you lost 8 pounds, that's 8%, right? So
can you check that, man?
But
it checks out, man.
Oh wow, you're good. You're very fast.
So I don't know that we need to weigh in every week. We can.
I just thought to hold us accountable, but since some people on the podcast don't want their weight revealed,
it's still accountable. It's still accountable. We will still establish the percentage of loss, and we can say, "Oh, Matt, your percentage was 10% of." Whatever that mystery was. But if you feel that somehow to make yourself feel good, exposing my weight to everybody,
bro,
sure. No, we can do it.
I bet you I weigh more than you.
I'll do it for you.
I bet you I weigh more than you.
I bet you do not.
We'll let Jose weigh in first.
We're about to find out, aren't we?
We won't say anything. We'll let Jose weigh in first. But so Jose and I were talking about strategy. 8 weeks is a long time. Like if you hit it hard today and you lose 10 pounds, you got to maintain that the whole time. And I was like, no. I'm going to wait 6 weeks, do some like colon blow 2000 diuretic, shit out 5 pounds. And
are they selling that again?
I don't know.
So I wanted to talk about so Case, like, what do you think, or guys, what do you guys think? Do a buy-in and winner takes all? Or do we set a universal goal, like 8%, right? If you meet that 8% or more, you don't have to pay in the penalty.
Yeah, well, we talked about doing at one point.
I don't know. However, whatever.
We were like, okay, we're going to put in money, and whoever loses the most weight, most percentage, gets the money. Or like we had said, well, let's set a goal, and if you reach that goal, you don't have to pay. But I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't.
And then we talked about
the thing is when you set a percentage, it's a different weight for everybody.
Yeah. 8% for me is going to be a lot more than 8%.
48 pounds.
Hold on. Give me a calculator.
I weigh 500 pounds.
My God, Jose, you should have been on this a long time ago. I feel bad for you.
Should I even be alive?
I think you just walking around is a miracle.
Next week on the podcast, Jose starts on my 600-pound life.
I was like, man, I gotta start eating fucking celery and
Tammy was like, today Tammy was
water.
Like, she's all, what's for breakfast? I was like, whatever the fuck I want. And she's like,
you got a sandbag it today.
I was all, no. I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna load up today. I don't want to start losing weight. I'm gonna load up so it's easier. She's like, no, well, you can get a head start. So
there has to be a lot of freaking calories though throughout the day, man.
There has to be.
I'm moving a lot.
There has to be an incentive. Or else we won't give it a real commitment.
So, hey Perry. Screw you. Perry says, will Cody's inevitable cast count against him, or would that be deducted?
If he could take it off at weigh-in, then yes.
So Perry's putting money on the fact that I'll be in another cast in the next 8 weeks. Screw you, dude.
So that's a safe bet. That's even money.
Pretty safe bet,
So that's another thing, too. We tried we spoke about how we could get listeners in on this challenge too, but I don't know how we're gonna track that.
It'd be so hard to hold everybody accountable because,
Yeah.
like, I was telling Jose,
Everybody
I'm like,
would have to officially weigh in, like come to a location and officially.
that's too hard. I was like, if it was me, I would stand on the scale holding a 25-pound weight and take a picture, and then at the end of it, take a picture without the weight and be like, I lost 25 pounds.
Yeah, because I said we can do a hashtag, and then people can do their weigh in every week,
participate,
and do the hashtag. But then Cody's like, well, what's holding me back from just holding a 40-pound?
Shit. So
what if Cody goes through his transition and does that count as weight loss?
Well,
hey, dude, weight loss is weight loss, bro.
I would only lose.
I lost some.
I would only lose 2 ounces and gain like 400 cc's.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I don't know
actually,
the
you'd be at a
cc.
deficit,
I
bro.
don't know the cc to ounce
hold off
conversion.
Hold off on that. Hold on till later.
Postpone.
Whatever. So yeah, what's the decision?
So what? I mean,
what are we just everybody pitching in a couple bucks and the winner takes all?
Case, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay with that either way.
Okay, we
Yeah,
can.
winner takes all.
All
Okay.
right,
Let's not overcomplicate.
Then we'll
this stuff.
discuss what the buy-in is off the
Yeah.
air.
So
we'll
again,
figure-
it's a percentage of our original weight.
yes. So I'm going to go
boom.
grab the scale right now. I'm going to set it right outside the door. We're going to weigh in.
Did I take my boots off right now?
However you
Oh,
want to
bro.
weigh in. Yeah. That's kind of we got to be
Adam said like it has to be similar weigh-in clothes.
similar clothes. Yeah, because if
Can I
you
just
weigh
weigh in, I mean, I wear this the same week.
Yeah,
every
yeah,
week.
Yeah, 'cause
jeans and a
this
polo,
is
but I
a
would say
really
take your
heavy
boots
shirt.
off.
Yeah,
This
take your
shirt's
boots
really
and your
heavy.
wallet.
Yeah, you can't have 68 pounds of keys in your pocket and be like, look at me.
You're like
This
a
is cotton
custodian.
right
He's a
Key
janitor.
ring.
I got nothing in my
And
pockets.
what I'll do is I'll create a Google Docs, a Google spreadsheet.
Bro, all you have to do is write it down on a piece of paper.
No, I know. I'm just, but we'll.
But he loves spreadsheets.
But he's
I
gonna
was
create a
thinking-
pivot table for this
Yes,
shit. And
so we
That's what I was
can
thinking.
and we'll
You know what this
do-
weight loss challenge needs? A spreadsheet.
Yes, we'll do a weigh-in every other week. We'll do
That
it.
way we can see how unsuccessful we are
Yeah,
on a
dude.
week-to-week
What-
basis.
I'm gonna
What
call
you
it now. There's gonna be a couple weeks where it might be a little setback.
What do I win if I increase
Yeah.
by a certain percentage? So that's shit. Screw you, Jose, for suggesting this. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go get the scale.
So Matt, what's gonna be your strategy to win this thing?
Just consistency. I'm not gonna completely go no beer, no ice cream, no nothing. Just less of, and then try and get some exercise. Just I. The crazy thing is, I'm a project manager. I can manage my time however I see fit.
Right.
But I still end up spending 10 hours on the job, which means I leave my house at like 5 every morning,
Get
and I
home
don't
at
get home.
5.
And I get home at 5, and it's like I don't feel like, even though I sit at a desk all day,
Yeah, but you're
I still
still
don't
thinking
feel like
about
going to the
shit.
gym. Yeah, so I think I'm, if I just picked a couple days a week, there's no look, dude. I'm 48 years old. I've done the I'm motivated. I'm working out hard, and 2 weeks later, like,
You're just
screw this,
sore.
man. This is miserable. I'm making my life miserable. So I'm going to try and take like just a slow and steady 8 weeks. That's a fair amount of time.
It's a long. I was telling Cody this. It's a long amount of time, but it's also short to lose weight. Like it's.
Well, like we were talking about the other day, when it was a couple of years ago, I had to lose a bunch of weight, and I lost it quick, and it was
You
just
did.
cutting out sugar.
You did.
I
cut
just
quick.
cut sugar, and that was it. I didn't work out or nothing. So that's basically that was kind of like eye opening to me. And then, so was that Snickers bar. And, so was that drinking soda. Soda's the worst thing. I drink so much soda, I could cut soda right now, and it'd be a big difference.
Case, what about you? What's going to be your mentality going in on this?
Pretty much like the same thing, cutting sugar mostly because I'll drink sodas at night, and we eat pretty well, like dinner time and things like. But snack all day long on the junkiest junk food,
Yeah.
just all day, So
Yep.
cutting a lot of that sugar out, and then I'm already pretty damn active, I mean, I'm up and down. I'm all day long,
Tell
so
me more.
I'll try to add a little bit of like walking after dinner and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I think cutting the sugar that's by far probably the biggest one right there.
Yeah. Code.
Jose?
Mine, dude, I eat like garbage. Like, I was actually surprised. Like, that I got a physical done. I got my blood work done. They're like, yeah, you're good. And it's like, wow. I thought I'd be like diabetic at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Like, I need to change my eating habits because I'm the youngest I'll ever be today, and it's only gonna get harder for me to lose weight.
It is.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
What did you just say? You're the youngest you'll ever be today.
Yeah.
That checks out. Okay.
So I mean but just eating real food, not stuff that you fucking pick up at a drive-through window.
How about while you're filling up your tank and you're just going to the gas station?
Get a hot
it's
dog
like,
or something.
oh man, I'm lucky if they have hot dogs. Just give me some of those.
There's sugar. There's sugar in everything.
Yeah, there is.
It's hard to find even a bunch of stuff that's branded as like this is the healthy choice.
Yeah, no, it's
out of this in this category of food or whatever. Still has a bunch of sugar in it.
Yeah, the Diet Dew. This is the healthy choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're all
sugar, but
laughs right now, but I want to see us like week 5 of this thing.
like angry. I just want some goddamn ice cream.
But yeah, I think like you guys said, soda's probably the biggest. If I just could cut that out, I think that automatically give us all
Week
like
6 of the weight loss
Yeah.
challenge.
What? I decided the $20 to win. It wasn't worth it.
How much is it to? How much do I have to pay? To
I'll
stop
pay
this?
all of you for a cheeseburger right now.
Look, I lost. You won. Here's the money. Eating cheeseburgers in front of the other guys every week, right in your face.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah,
Part of my strategy is I'm gonna have Instacart just deliver ice cream to your guys' houses.
I don't even like ice cream, so my wife will eat it though.
Shit.
And Postmate showing up with Whoppers.
I'll smash a Whopper for sure.
Tonight's your last night, Jose. You better go get one on the way home.
No, I did before the show.
Yeah, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before the show because it was going to be the thing I'm going to miss the most.
I had a chicken sandwich.
Did you? All right.
Peanut butter and jelly's not bad. You can have peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, dude, there's so much sugar in peanut butter and jelly. There's shit tons.
But you can get sugar-free versions of those.
Yeah, those aren't good.
Yeah, for what? Like bait for
Yeah.
fishing or something?
All right,
So
Case.
weighing in or what?
Case, go weigh yourself and then send me a text message with what your weight is. And we're trusting you to do it right.
305 pounds.
Yeah, I this is going to be interesting. I've gone on the weight loss path a couple times in my life, but I've never had to actually like have anybody talk about it on a podcast. It's
Oh yeah, the last 4 podcasts I was on, we always had a segment about weight loss.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Were you around? You weren't around yet, I don't think. When
Okay.
It was the other guy that was with my sister.
it was her first husband. No, when I had gotten to my heaviest point at like early 30s, like bad, and I went through a whole lot to get my
Okay,
weight.
so are you gonna disclose your weight, or are you just gonna?
Yeah.
You bullshit.
198.4.
Bullshit, Casey.
What'd you weigh in at?
Bullshit.
198.4.
198.
Bullshit.
How tall are you?
Like 6'1" and 5'8".
Bullshit.
No, I'm like 5'10".
I didn't
And
know they piled
7'6".
shit.
Is it? It's because the altitude. There's less gravity
Yeah,
up
there's
there.
less
There's
gravity
no.
up there.
There's no fucking way you weigh 198.
Here. Hold on. Let's see here.
What's the altitude conversion? Because I don't think you weigh 198, dude.
When I met your sister, I weighed 203, and I was benching 2 1/4. Like that was the best Matt I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Oh my God, that's
You were
I
repping
wish.
225?
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
yeah, I was.
Alright.
Well, something about trying to score keeps pretty motivated.
Pretty
You know what I'm
motivated, dude.
saying? Yes.
I'm gonna.
You know, when you're getting it on the regular, and then
Alright.
all of a sudden it's dried up. Wow, man, I got to do something. That's your motivation. You'll stay another extra half hour in the gym.
That's what I keep
for
saying.
sure.
I made the team, so I stopped trying out, dude.
Well, when I was in a situation where I didn't want to be home, that was my excuse to go to the gym.
there's
If I was
that, too.
working out, I wasn't at home. So that's what you're going with, Case? 198?
Susan said he's not
Okay,
buying.
where's your phone at?
Oh, all right.
What's that?
All right, dude.
Oh, you on FaceTime with him right now?
Yeah, FaceTime.
I'm flipping it. Yeah, here's the scale. Can you see it?
No, it's like blur. I can't see it. Oh yeah, 198.2.
Damn.
198.2.
Well, there's a point.
He just lost 2.2 pounds walking back and forth to the
Yeah.
couch. Okay, so
Jesus.
198.4. That's in the books. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Casey was my favorite sisson, but not now.
Not anymore. All right. So I turned off my Bluetooth so I won't get your reading. You.
I cut out the majority of sugar like a while back. Like all my creamer for my coffee is sugar free. I just chug
Yeah, you replaced it with Michelob Ultra.
no. I'll have zero sugar Powerades or Gatorades.
That's also
at
part
work.
of my weight loss plan is switching to Michelob Ultra or Miller Lite.
You want to tell me? You're going to write it down.
No, I'll tell you.
All right.
It's an embarrassing number, but I'll tell you.
What?
It's 270.2. Almost 100 pounds more than Casey.
270. Well, but you're also 2 inches
No.
taller.
No, yeah,
No, that's like 70. I'm 2
yeah.
pounds 200.
that's right. 198.
Go
198.
ahead.
All right, I'm going. I'm going in. Cover me.
And I'll let you come over here and type it in.
Into the spreadsheet.
Yes, I already got the spreadsheet built.
Muscle weighs more than fat, bro.
It's going to go up because I didn't get a chance to finish my dinner, so I'm going to devour this plate of chicken wing.
What is?
Let me put my headphones on. So I am definitely the I'm the biggest. 273.
Oh, bro.
Oh,
we're
by,
right there.
by 3 pounds. Okay. All right. My turn.
I'm a Snickers bar away.
You're heavier than you're heavier than I thought, Jose. I didn't. Yeah, that was. Oh no, I had my boots on. Like,
I thought I was gonna outweigh you for sure.
muscle weighs more than. I don't know.
That's going to be the trick too. Is not well. I'm not going to work out, but if you put on any muscle while trying to lose weight, you're not going to lose any weight.
I'll lose the weight.
I'm just saying it. But if you add muscle as you're losing weight,
Yeah,
you're not going to.
bro, you're not gonna gain 20 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks.
What I'm going to eventually, there'll be a part where they pass each other. But
Unless you're
in the
on all
beginning,
natural supplements.
yeah. That's what they tell me when I got the steroids.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm
That's what the guy in the alley said would happen.
I'm 215 even.
All right.
So
I hate both assistants now. Both you guys.
what do we want to set a goal? Do we want to set a goal weight just to see how close we get to it?
Woo.
So what's? I know we're messing around with the numbers. We had a after work meeting.
Yeah. Yes, a non-work time.
non-work time. We're talking about this.
I think like 10 to 15% is a pretty. I mean, that's a decent
That's a lot,
weight loss.
dude.
I mean,
10
it's-
to
I think it's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight in 8 weeks, dude. 10 to 15.
You think so?
27 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know. I've never tried to lose weight. This is the first time that I was like,
Fuck you.
I'm going to try to lose weight.
Fucking son of a
You know, I
bitch.
just eat whatever I want. I've never had to lose weight.
Damn it. I want to shank you so bad. Just with
You can't
with a
stick a blade
spoon,
through
with a
pure
s-
muscle, bro.
with a serving spoon. I want to shake you. I was going to ask Jose, do the math. It was that. Could you correct my math, Jose, on that 27 pounds? But then, goddamn, Casey had to throw me off.
All right, so I just did the math. So if so, let's say I set a goal of 200. That's,
Jeez, man.
That's 15 pounds.
You want to
15
lose 200 pounds?
Yeah, no, yeah. If that'd be 15 pounds, that would be 7% of my body weight.
So yeah, 7%.
I'm gonna go pretty aggressive. I'm gonna shoot for 10% of my body weight. So
Are you really?
27 pounds.
Really? So
Yeah.
you're gonna go okay. Oh, here, let me change this. Let me do this instead.
See, I'm heavier than Adam. I'm dense, bro.
Yeah, but you're also fat.
I didn't say what kind of dense. Like,
Okay, so now let me do the math here. So you're gonna go 27 pounds.
yeah,
Okay.
that's real aggressive.
That's 10%. That's a lot.
That's
dude.
a lot, dude. In 8 weeks.
That's a lot.
You're going to be a miserable person.
Oh yeah, don't talk to me.
Divided by this. Oops.
Not much though, Mark. Like maybe an inch or two, if that. That I'm taller than Adam.
How about elsewhere?
What about standing up?
You know who I saw today, Cody?
Huh?
Mark Richter came by the shop today.
Oh, Mark's a great guy.
Yeah.
Go back to episode like 5.
2.
Yeah. it might actually have been 2, actually. So Jose, you want to lose 27 pounds. That's 10% of your body fat of current weight.
Yep.
Casey, how much weight do you want to lose? How much?
I figured 10%. I'm like, it might be 198 today. By tomorrow morning,
What if the wind blows too hard, Casey, and you lost that 10%, and then you just blow away?
I love that. I love that. Look, I'm not saying Casey's the biggest dude in the world, but I love that Matt is considering Casey like a tiny little.
He's a wisp of a man.
Of the people we know, Casey's the one where he's like, well, that guy's all young and fit.
That's a realistic my perception of life and how shitty my life is. I look at Casey that way.
No, I just figured 20 pounds, so like right around 10%.
Dude, damn, dude, that's
aggressive.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
aggressive. For me, it's super aggressive, dude. But I don't know. I've never committed to something like this, so I don't know.
So let's see.
What's even more aggressive if we waste like 4 of those weeks and don't do anything,
Yeah.
and then try to
squeeze it in the last 4.
Then it's aggressive.
I knew a guy that was heavy, and he had a physical because he was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know that guy.
And he realized he wasn't going to be able to lose the weight when he got liposuction.
No.
Hey, dude, that's a common thing, dude. Like, yeah.
For the military?
Yeah, because if you go to weigh in and you don't make the weight, you'll start to lose rank.
Rank, and they'll kick you out. Dude,
Yeah,
if it's like a thing.
It's a major deal. So,
do you salute Major Deal?
Major deal. So if we all were shooting for the same, I wonder if I could do let me do a goal seek here.
Oh, goal seek, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
I know, isn't it the best?
I hate it. I hate that I know about it.
What?
I used the shit out of goal seek today.
What is that?
Woo.
You can
I need this number here.
You can click
Make
on
it happen.
You can
And
click
then
on a
just
cell and say, I need this cell to be 10% by changing this cell. And it'll just magically do the math and do it for you. Essentially, we're looking at about, if we all were trying to lose around let's say 9%, Matt would have to lose 25 pounds. Jose would have to lose 26 pounds. Casey would have to lose 19 pounds, and I'd have to lose 20 pounds.
Yes, Perry. It is a spreadsheet function. And, as much as it pains me
you know, though, that is a tool that saves your life.
When Tim showed that to me, I went, shut the front door. Wait a
Did
minute.
you show me that, or did I?
No, Tim showed me.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
I feel bad that I didn't impart that knowledge on you.
We can have a spreadsheet session someday, and you can show me some tips and tricks. Spreadsheet tricks and chips, whatever.
So, yeah.
So if you're going to run down the 9% for everybody, and then give those numbers out, or
yeah, I just did. So for roughly 9%, if everybody was trying to do 9%. Matt would have to lose 25 pounds. Jose would have to lose 26. Casey would lose 19, and I'd have to lose 20. I don't know that I'm going to get to 20.
That's that's aggressive. 27 pounds for me, like to lose in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible. Is it realistic for me? Like knowing myself, I don't know.
So there was a time when I went from 225 to 185. In a not very long period of time.
Wait, what was it?
I went from 225
to 180
to 185.
40 pounds?
Yeah, and
you were doing cocaine. When was this?
How many rails were you?
I was doing unhappy marriage.
Wow,
it's amazing what kind of wonders it works. But honestly, that was 6 days a week at the gym.
Yeah,
like not a single cheat day.
Yeah, I think it's more about what you eat. Than what you do.
And I just my stress level at work and my work schedule.
You were like living in your office.
Yeah,
I remember those. I think I remember those.
So you've been working out a lot lately.
So I'm saying no. That wasn't then, Matt. That was well before I think even you came along. Is when I did that. But I'm saying right now my stress level at work and the workload and the hours that I work, I don't know that I'll be able to dedicate the gym 6-7 days a week. You know what I mean?
I think it's more about just what you eat.
Yeah.
The intake.
Like I said, this is it's about realistic. What can I do realistically? You know what? I'm still going to enjoy drinking beer on the weekends. I'm just not going to drink, Elysian Space Dust or whatever. I'll get a 6-pack of some cheap beer that I probably don't like that much. And then I'll cut out soda. That I can do. That's not that big a problem. I'll stop eating at the gas station. I'll just make something for breakfast before I go to work. So that those are all realistic things that I can do.
Yeah. If so for a roughly 7% weight loss, I would have to lose 15 pounds, which I think is right about where I'm going to end up. Like that's going to be my goal. Is
my realistic goal is 20 pounds.
Yeah. So if I did 15, Casey did 14, and both of you did 20, it would be about 7%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can get down to 200. But I'm not justifying it, but I've had the conversation with Tammy. When I met Tammy in December of 2009. I weighed 195.
You let yourself go.
12 years, divorce, multiple job changes, a kid, and 4 major surgeries. I'm only 20 pounds heavier than I was when I met her.
That's not bad.
It's in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad, but I feel it. Like, all right, so 8 weeks. We're gonna do 8 weeks.
Mud Raider's giving us like a full rundown. Like this is this like your stats for like Grinder or one of those dating apps or something? Are you trying to seduce somebody in the chat room?
What's the end?
6'1", 183. That's a sexy bitch right there.
Casey, are you getting direct messages
was
from
supposed
Mud
to.
Raider?
Whoa, dude, that's the
Yeah, I'm looking up to see.
For my height, like the CDC says I should weigh like 112 pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to catch that COVID, baby. I'll be walking around the hospital licking doorknobs the next couple of weeks trying to win this bet.
Jose, weren't you? Do you mind if I say you were like, if I lose this many pounds, I can get down to. You remember what you said there?
No.
You're like, he's like, maybe if I lose 20 pounds, I can get down to be obese.
Oh yeah. I'll be legally obese.
Yeah,
by that.
clinically obese.
So final weigh-in is going to be September 21st.
You guys won't even recognize me. It'll be like, shit, who's this guy? Brad Pitt.
The 28th. September 28th.
Okay, so based on the CDC BMI calculator results, 5'9", 250 pounds, I am obese. My BMI is 31.7, and for my height, a normal weight range would be between 125 and 169.
What the fuck?
Can you imagine?
That's insane.
150? Yeah, maybe if I was 17, but no way.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I
Who wants
That's
to
the
live that
dumbest
way?
scale ever created.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If
That's like if you want to run track in the Olympics, this is where
Yes.
you need to be.
Yeah, exactly.
To
Yeah.
be an elite athlete or just
For the 100-meter hurdles,
yeah.
this is where you need to be at.
I just want to not have high blood pressure. That's like that's my goal
Right.
is to not.
Yeah, anything if I weigh anything under 250, that's a win for me. So,
Yeah, no,
20.
I'd be super stoked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so this is it, peeps. We are. Oh, fuck. Damn, I can't.
I just decided I'm going to have like 4 cheat days a week.
Every one cheat meal a day, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my cheat hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we ready? We're gonna
Yeah.
do this.
No, it's done.
It's done.
It's
Like,
happening.
we weighed in.
I bought an Apple Watch. Like
these guys
it's
bought
legit
fitness
now.
trackers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got my Android-based tick watch.
Yeah, you can't count on any of that information.
No.
I mean, you go ahead. Go ahead. With your Ford and your Fitbits.
It's a tick watch.
What? Shit, I was giving you too much credit with the Fitbit. I never heard of a tick watch.
All right. Well, here it is. It is. This is dumb. It's a bad idea, but we're doing it anyways.
Yeah, since we don't off-road anymore,
Yeah.
I figured we'd go into health and fitness.
It'll be an
trails.
interesting 5-10 minute discussion each week, but we still need to get hit the trail.
I'm down to go off-roading.
Yeah, let's do something.
Well,
soon.
Jose was talking about trying to pull something off this weekend. I've got a wedding reception on Saturday. I don't know that I've got anything Sunday, so we'll have to talk about that and figure out. Like you said, even if it's just a day trip somewhere, you
Yep.
know.
Yep.
I'm going to get down to Cougar Buttes and camp here pretty soon.
When?
When are you doing that?
I don't know. I just got to get the kid out there to ride his bike,
See, that's the true motivation right there. If I drop 20 pounds by the time September riding season, I'd actually feel like riding.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's still hot out there, but I figured I could just go in the evening, have the evening to explore, camp, wake up, explore, come home before it's too hot,
Yep.
Shit.
Well, let's plan on that then.
All right.
Quick overnight.
Yeah. Find out when you're going to do it.
Okay.
All right, and in the meantime, Case, we'll have you come on periodically to do weigh-ins, and Susan's going to have to be your witness.
Yeah, she said she wanted in on it, but I don't know.
I don't trust that 198. I don't think you weigh 198 at all, dude. That scale. Do you have a dumbbell or a 25-pound weight? Go put that on there. Like, do you have something you could set on the scale to calibrate it? Because you're going to put a 25-pound plate on there. It's going to be like 12 pounds.
How much does a gallon of water weigh?
8 pounds.
8 pounds.
But your scale's not going to be that accurate to 8 pounds.
Oh.
Look, I trust him. It's just going to be that much harder for him to lose weight because he's already...
He has less to lose.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything.
All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Then again,
I'll find something.
he could hock a loogie and lose 2%,
Well,
It's still gonna take some doing, but I think
all
I
right,
could do it.
guys.
well, look, we'll end it here, guys in the chat room. Thanks for making fun of us for all of the things.
Again, I want to thank Mark and his dad Greg for having us out to the track this
that
weekend. It
was
was really awesome.
really cool
Thank
of you
you.
guys. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We will keep you informed on our weight loss. As I know how important it is to everybody, but we'll make sure that we keep you up to date on it, and then we'll come up with what the winner's going to get. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.